Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we are here to nourish our souls. I am Norah Brasil, the host of this program, Pages of Hope. In today's session, we're going to read an awesome poem, inspirational. It's really a great reminder. We can always um, get a booster, right, from these reminders. And I do want to take the time to say today we're here, Latinos, we are celebrating 16 de septiembre. So thank you so much for celebrating with us. I'm here wearing a beautiful piece. Um, and so thank you, dear friends. With that, let's say a quick prayer so that we can begin this short study. Dear Mother, Father God, Mother Mary, please help us, give us the light, the discernment, and the hope that we need so we can put pieces together at the end of this message and we can leave here more elevated. And so be it. All right, dear friends. So today's poem, it's literally called Spiritism. It's by Casimiro Cunha. It's found in the Spiritist magazine, issue 39. And so it's right now I am in my classroom and I think about how this poem really relates to school because it is about that, right? Making spiritists, giving us the reminder that we are like in a school. So let's read the little excerpt or piece of the poem. It says, satisfying, however, our essential objective, we take advantage of the minutes we have to talk to you about the canvas of our activities. Spiritism is a light, glorious, divine, and strong, that enlightens all life and illuminates beyond death. It is a generous source of compassionate understanding, pouring everywhere the comfort of living water. It is the temple of charity in which virtue officiates, and where the blessing of kindness is a flower of eternal joy. It is a green fruitful tree in the paths of hope, all open in flower and fruit of truth and bonanza. It is a blessed charity of good that annihilates evil, the sublime call of spiritual life. If you seek Spiritism, follow its light. Spiritism is a school, and the beloved Master is Jesus. Wow, what a great reminder. And if we just go really quickly down the stanzas, right? The very first one we have is the light. That first stanza talks about light. And imagine ourselves in a classroom when we sit down on that desk. Isn't that's the first thing we need that clarity, right? We need that focus. We need that light for us that to intake all the lessons. Stanza 2 talks about this general source. It's like our brain power, right? We know this is coming from God, right? We need that part, especially as spiritists. We need to use that reasoning. Stanza number 3 talks about the temple of charity. That's our heart. But how can we build that heart coherence? How can we expand? How can we lavish these temples of charity? It's by doing the good. It's by going out there, right? Then stanza 4 talks about the fruitful tree. So just like stanza 3 that talks about we need to put our heart as students into our studies. It goes hand in hand with stanza 4. And stanza 4 is talking about what are the deeds? What are the choices that we are making? Are we questioning as we're studying? Are we taking notes, dear friends, right? Are we paying attention to the teacher that when we take a test that we are meeting the requirements of the lesson, right? And we think about this also in our lives, right? And this next stanza talks about a good heart that annihilates evil. In other words, distinguishes evil. Those are like our choices that we make. Are we submitting our assignments on time? Are we completing them? Are we helping others along the way? You know, if we finish our task first, like in a classroom, are we helping others do that? And the last line, or excuse me, the last stanza, follow the light, which is the beloved Master, who is Jesus. And the question here is, dear friends, right? Are we following the classroom rules, the social contract? Where are we at as students? So as we think about this, as we think about being Spiritist and what that means to us, let us imagine ourselves in a classroom and thinking, what kind of student do I want to be? In the Spiritist Review Journal of Psychological Studies in 1864, month February, there's this line that under the earthly affections and reincarnation. And it tells us that reincarnation is that opportunity, is that school that we get so that we can get from the next grade to the next grade to the next grade. It says, the serious student of Spiritism, without the preconceived idea of a system in detriment of another one, feels attracted to reincarnation for the justice that follows the progress and advancement of the spirit at each new existence. Nonetheless, when it is studied from the point of view of the affections of the spirit, when it is studied from the point of view of the affections of the heart, one doubts and becomes surprised despite anything else. Since the student cannot conciliate these two feelings, she then says that there is still a veil to uncover, and her work attracts the lights of the spirits to appease her heart and her reason. So that's what we need to do. Remind ourselves. Let's have a coherence of a student in all aspects of our life, and let's be the good kind of students. Let's be productive. Let's be helpful. Let's be doing our homework. Let's be understanding. All right, dear friends, and that is Spiritism. Remember, Spiritism, it's us. It's a living, right, philosophy. It's a hard thing. It's not something that's written on paper. It's something that we act, that we are, right? Kind of like an affirmation, and I am. All right, dear friends, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this, and we're leaving with something new, something that we can think about. With that said, I'll see you next week. Next time, my students are here knocking at the door. It's time to go. God bless. Y feliz 16 de septiembre. Bye.